I love the way these sew together. This is the best ever. This is so slick. Either you paper piece it or you sew it together another way. But if you want it to fit together nice, it's hand sewn. This is how these pieces fit so nicely together. This is a 2-inch strip of plastic. It has a 1/4 inch line drawn down of it so that I can mark a 1/4 inch edge. And what I do, okay, can you see that I'm going right on the edge of that fabric? It's easy to see, and then I draw my line. Then I rotate it and I put it right on the edge again. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark my blue, which is the next color out from the yellow. Of course, you're marking on the wrong side and you're using a mechanical pencil. I don't mark them all. You can mark all 6 of them if you want to, or you can mark 2 or 3 and then sew those. You can get a pattern and make your own template, and then you can draw and cut out all of your own hexagons from scraps that you have. This is a 1/4 inch hexagon. The edges are 1 1/4 inches. You usually have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows and then a green joiner row. These blocks measure 12 by 11. 12 the long way and 11 through the seams. You make, usually if you're doing a twin, you make about 27 to 30 of these. And if you're making a full, you make about 39 to 42 with the half pieces. You may want to get a kit so you do not have to cut out so many hexagons to make your quilt. If you get a kit, it will come in a box. You open the box. Inside the box is these are your borders, and they're labeled. These are your borders. And of course, you get the instructions. This is an 8-page with beautiful colored pictures to follow. And inside the instruction sheet are your 2 templates for your 1/4 inch markers. And they come with your kit. Then inside the box are your pieces. This is a full-size quilt, so therefore there are 39 individual packages. Each one of these packages makes a flower. Make one of these. Each one of these packets. And then it only has 11 green because the greens fit together. And you don't need a green all the way around. Decide where you want which color, what color you want next. So inside this kit there are 39 of these individual packages and 21 different colors. Also inside your box there is packages of pieces that go on the top and the bottom. So the quilt is square. There are some smaller pieces. As you can see, this bag is for the top and it has 7 white and 3 floral, and they make into this ridge that fits inside the top, so you're going to get a square edge. And there are 12 different packages, and they're all different, for you to put on the top and the bottom of your quilt. Also inside of your kit there are half flowers, and there are 6 that fill in the side, so you have 6 half flowers. And these half flower packets, and they are all different colors. So you have 6 of those to fit down the side of your quilt, and they fit right here. I'll show you a picture of how they fit right here on the side of your quilt. We're going to mark our center yellow first. You notice I put that 1/4 inch line right on the edge of my fabric. So these are all 1/4 inch, and when I lay them on top of each other, they'll line up because they're all the same. And the intersection points are all the same, so it's easy to sew them together with accuracy. Okay, I'm going to put the first piece on top of the yellow, and you see that dot right there? If I went right through the dot, right there, the 2 edges should line up all the way around, and you pin it in place. I'm going to go here to the next dot. That's where I'm going to start with my needle. I'm going to go through, if I have my needle and I go through this dot right here, and I go straight through. I should come out pretty close to the dot on the other side. Right on. I love the way that works. And then we're going to sew from this pin to that pin. We're going to start with a knot here. We're going to sew down, and we're going to stop right there with another knot. Okay, we're going to open it up, right sides. You see we have a sewn. Okay, there it is, sewn together. My little edge right there. Now I'm going to put another one on. So I take another blue one that's been marked. This other one's blue, it's marked. And I'm going to put right sides together. Now I start away from where I'm going to sew from. And I line up the edges. Let's get it all on top of each other. And I'm going to go through this. I'm just going to make sure my edges are straight. Now I'm just going to pin it in place. In that corner away from where I just finished sewing, that's where I want to sew though. I want to take, see that edge of the hexagon and that edge of the hexagon? I want those together. And I want to be able to come through this dot and right there through that dot. There we got her. And then I'm going to pull my knot. Now those should be right where they need to be. Dot, dot, yep, good. And then I'm just going to sew down this edge again like I did before with little tiny, on the line, little tiny quilting stitches. We're going to open it up, okay, and we have the yellow center, and we've sewed two blue ones, but they're not sewn together. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these two edges together. So I'm going to rotate them over, lay the blue one on top, pull the yellow one out. I don't want it, I just want these two. Once again, I'm going to go away from where I'm going to sew. I'm going to put my pin. Okay, we're going to line up our edges, edge to edge, so we're on there straight, so that everything stays the way it should. And we're going to pin it in place. And we're going to come over here, and we're going to take, like we did before, we're going to take this edge, see my corner, move my yellow one back. It's the two blue edges. I want to make sure I've got the two blue edges together. I'm going to go right through my X here, and I'm going to go through my dot on the back, a little higher. There she is. Pull those edges together, and I'm just going to stitch it. Edge to edge, beautiful. We're going to sew right down that sew line. Did you notice how I pulled that yellow back because I didn't want it sewn in? This is what you need to see. You see how nicely that goes together right to the corner. See, we have the two sewn on the yellow, so we're going to rotate. We're going to take another one that's marked. We're going to put it on again on the edge away from where we're going to sew. We'll start there first, and we'll line it up and pin it in place. I'm going to line up my edges. And I'm going to take my pin and pin it in place. Through the dot. Through the dot. I love this system. Okay. It should be in the same place because they're both drawn the same way. We're going to pull this back. This is the one. We're going to line up that edge. We're going to pull that out. We're going to put our needle right in that hole. Come out on the other side, right there where it should be. See? We're good. If you look down the middle, just for fun, I'm not going through, can you see? I'm not going through this one at all. I'm just going through these two pieces of fabric. Because you don't want to have a little pucker. You don't have an ugly little pucker. So what are we doing now? We are carefully just sewing with small stitches down our sew line. Okay, now we have 3 beautiful flower petals. We're going to, got to put the 2 together, so we're going to put the 2 together. The yellow one out of the way. I'm going to line the edges up on these, put a pin in it. I'm going to put a pin through that dot. Hopefully it will come out the dot on the other side. Love it. That's because that 1/4 inch is pretty true. And then I want the yellow out of the way. I'm just matching the 2 blues up. I'm going to take my needle and thread. Okay, we'll put it through the knots, trying to get it not through the yellow. And we're going to just do our little stitch down this side too. And there you have 3. 1, 2, 3. So we're just going to continue doing that until we have all of the blues on our center, and then it will look like this. So we're going to finish the blue, and then we're going to do the print, the floral print around the plain blue. Press each color on top of the other, on top, and on these I did one in outside, the others are tucked in, out, in, because there's an even number all the way in. Notice, out, in, out, in, out, in. And the top always comes on top of the next layer. And when you do white, make sure that you are ironing the edges in one direction. So when you have it, you see it raises each piece is a little higher than the other one. And that opposite gives it a petal look. See the petal look? And when you do the whites, it makes the whites you see through. You just see through them. And see how you see through the yellow? So you want a nice iron up. And you see that all of the edges go the same way. It just makes for uniformity and a nice look in your quilt block. So make sure that you're careful how you press them, and that you carefully just tuck your corners under. Just tuck your corners in. Iron your edges together and tuck your corners in. And that keeps your pieces snug. See? They don't separate. You don't see stitches. It's nice. So the pressing and the marking and hand stitching. You can make your grandmother's garden out of 2 different size hexagons that I cut. This is a 1.5 inch sewn hexagon, and this is a 1 inch sewn hexagon. And you can see the difference in their sizes. This is a 1 inch hexagon sewn flower, and it has 37 pieces in each flower. And then you add 11 green around the outside for joining. With the additional 11 green that you sew around the outside as joiners, this flower has 48 individual petals. Now if we look at the larger flower, you will only have 27 pieces. It measures 15.5 inches through the seam line, and it's 18 inches from the top to the bottom. So this is a much larger block. If you compare the two, you can see that this one, even with the green, it's about an inch smaller all the way around. You can see. We're making a quilt for a double bed, and it would have fewer petals to sew together. This one will have a few more blocks in your quilt. It will have a different look because of the green.